I've actually been working with Anthony Bellidi for a very long time. I was actually there when he was born, and I personally chose him as to be the next Latin prodigy child. I tend to be very objective. I think he really, though, has what it takes to be kind of that amazing student. You know, I think he devotes something like 23 hours a day to Latin. So we've known each other for some time, and I wanted to talk a little bit about the qualities that I think would make him an outstanding representative of Ridge High School and why he should be the next Mr. Ridge. Any student who has traveled with me to Italy on the educational tour trips that we've done knows that Anthony saved my life. The first time was one of the most harrowing. We were all swimming out in the Tyrrhenian Sea, and I swam underneath a coral reef, and my flipper and flip-flop got caught underneath the reef, and I could not dislodge myself. That wasn't even the bad part. The bad part was I was wearing my contacts. And as anyone who wears contacts knows, the salt water is really irritating when you're swimming, and it just gets under there, and I couldn't get out to change my contacts because I was drowning. Anthony risked life and limb. He swam down to me, and he gave me his goggles so that I would not have to deal with the irritation of my eyes, and he smiled. He gave me a thumbs up and said it's going to be okay. Then he swam back to safety.
Hi, I'm Mr. Schroeder, math teacher at Ridge High School, and I'm endorsing Greg Malanga. What positive qualities can I say about Greg Malanga? Honestly, there are none. He actually made me make this video. I actually coached Greg in football. He was one of my defensive linemen, so I worked with him all football season. Greg always brought an enthusiasm to practice. He made it fun and special, so it was a great time coaching him. Why should they vote for Greg? Well, Greg's just a great overall kid. He's funny, and he would be a great candidate for Mr. Ridge. I wouldn't vote for Seth Marr. No way at all.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Kennedy. I have Christian Pizzoli in my AP Statistics class. I have analyzed the data, and I can say with 99.99% confidence that Christian should be the next Mr. Ridge. Girls, he's tall, dark, and handsome. What more can I say? Guys, remember that shot at the buzzer of the Gill game? Christian should be Mr. Ridge just for that, if nothing else. LeBron's got nothing on Christian. But the main reason you should vote for Christian, for Mr. Ridge, is that he is the big brother of none other than Little Frizz.
That's me.
So, take it from us. Vote Christian for Mr. Ridge.
I'm Mrs. Tavista. I teach AP Calculus at Ridge High School. What qualities has Ben shown that makes me think he ought to be Mr. Ridge? Well, first of all, he's well-rounded. He is Mr. Ridge. He's played in all sports, all 3 seasons: football, hockey, golf. That is when he's not in surgery. I know Ben because this is my 2nd year having him as one of my AP Calculus students. He's not taking AP Calculus for the 2nd time. He's taking the 2nd year of AP Calculus. He's that smart. You'll have to vote for Ben Hotz because he can teach you how to dance just like he's teaching me how to dance. Want to see how a few steps he's shown me so far? Okay. It's better with music, but I don't have Ben's music, so let me see now. 5, 6, 7, 8. Like that, and then we have a big finish. What do you think? Vote for Ben.
My name is Ms. Piper. For those who don't know me, I'm a business teacher here at Ridge High School for the past 4 years. I've had Andrew in a couple classes, and he asked me to talk to you today about why he should be Mr. Ridge. So one of the reasons why we should vote for Andrew is because Andrew, as we know, is a great athlete. He has scored 1,000 points. He is one of 14 athletes in all of Ridge High School's years that he's reached 1,000 points. Did we all congratulate Andrew? Okay, let's all congratulate, including everybody in the audience that stand up and congratulate Andrew. A great accomplishment. 1 out of 14, unbelievable. So I contacted his parents and I said, I need to know, because believe it or not, the teachers perceive you guys a little different than your parents do, just a little. So I said, Well, why don't I call his parents, find out what kind of child he is. So I'm talking to his mother and father, and they're like, oh, he's a great son, he's a loving son, he does this, he does that. And I said, well, if you had to sum up Andrew in one word, what would it be? And they said, perfect. So why should we vote for Andrew for Mr. Ridge? Because the equation for this comes out to be athletic plus brilliance plus leader plus perfection equals Andrew Madlinger as Mr. Ridge. Now, I don't know.
Hi, I'm Miss Graff, and I'm endorsing Jeff O'Donnell for Mr. Ridge. He's the candidate you should vote for. I've known Jeff since September, and it was a beautiful day when I met him. He added an immediate spark to the classroom. He loves math. He actually has private math classes on the weekends, in the morning. He doesn't really want anyone to know that, but I think he should be the next Mr. Ridge because he's got the best cheekbones of this whole group. His cheekbones are outstanding. I also think you should vote for Jeff because he's the candidate that fulfills every single quality of Mr. Ridge. What are the qualities of Mr. Ridge?
Hi, I'm Ms. Musamechi, physics teacher at Ridge High School. I would like to take time to encourage you to vote for my student, Richard Reed. Now, you might be wondering, why would you vote for Richard? What sets him apart from all the other candidates? Well, as you all know by now, the most obvious fact that sets him apart is that he is clearly blessed with my recommendation. Rich is a 2-year varsity lacrosse and 3-year varsity football athlete. Now, if I had the choice between any of the candidates here, I would definitely give Rich a wig and start him on every single varsity girls soccer team game. Sorry, Andrew. Now, all of these candidates are 2 and 3 sport athletes. You need to be more than that for Mr. Ridge. And Rich is more than that. In fact, he is probably one of the most dedicated individuals to Ridge High School sports. In fact, this passion has earned him a unanimous selection into first team All-State Scout team. Now, opponents might slander him for his decision to keep quiet in the widely publicized egg drop cover-up scandal last year. Now, I'd have to argue that Rich actually showed loyalty to a fellow classmate and teammate whose name shall not remain nameless, Dan McKiernan. By the way, you still owe me an egg. Now, Rich is smart. He's genuine. He's funny. And let's be honest, who wouldn't want to see Richard as a 6-foot cardboard cutout? Richard, it's upside down. We can edit part that out, right, Joe?
Yeah,
right.
we're good.
Okay, good. Richard is probably the friendliest and most approachable person I know. He's dedicated to his sports, and he is a true fan of the school and all of its athletics. I encourage you, vote for Richard Reed for Mr. Ridge 2010. And if he wins, I might even finally concede to letting him have that period 5 physics dance party.
That was perfect.
Hi, my name is Mr. Schnell, and I've been asked to sponsor Seth Marr for the next Mr. Ridge, and I teach environmental science here at Ridge High School. And why should you vote for Seth Marr? Well, we wrote a campaign song just for Seth. Have you heard about the star? His name is Seth Marr. He's the only Mr. Ridge to build the Brooklyn Bridge. If you give him your vote, he will buy you a boat. So vote Seth Marr. Have you heard about the star? His name is Seth Marr. He's the only Mr. Ridge to build the Brooklyn Bridge. If you give him your vote,